was stalking Reed Morano, our director, and I was actually trying to get her to do another film of mine, and they told me that she was entirely unavailable, that it's not worth it. I called her agents and I said, please just like take a meeting with me, and they said, okay, she can meet tonight at 10:30 p.m. And they knew I lived 2 hours away from where it was, so they would just give me like an impossible sort of goal, and I was like, okay, I'll be there. And they said, are you sure? And I said, yeah, I'll be there. So I met her at this like random restaurant outside of her house at 10:30 at night one night, and I begged her to do my movie. And she was she was meant to do another movie instead, and we instead spent the entire night talking about this script that she was obsessed with called The Rhythm Section. She wasn't hired as the director. I had never even heard of it. And we both left the meeting wanting to make The Rhythm Section instead. But the problem was we weren't hired. Barbara Broccoli had no idea who either one of us were. And so then I became obsessed with finding this script, and I tracked it down. And she didn't tell me the name of the script. She didn't tell me it was called The Rhythm Section. She just described the story. She described the character. She said it was the producers of Bond. And I knew that that meant Barbara Broccoli, who I had just heard the best things about my entire career. Everybody said not only does she make such incredible movies, but she's such a great person, and she has such incredible taste, and she's just so kind and humble and just like the best of the best. So I'd always wanted to work with Barbara for that reason. So I read the script and loved it, obviously. And then I begged Barbara to meet me, and I called Reed and I was like, listen, I know you're doing another movie and I'm supposed to be doing another movie. Let's be honest, neither one of us want to be in those relationships. So let's do this movie instead. If Barbara's willing to hire us both, would you want to go in together and say like, look at this, you got both of us? And she was like, yes, I would love to make this movie with you. So she met Barbara that weekend, I met Barbara that weekend, and we just sort of like, you know, begged her to hire us both as a, you know, she didn't have anybody attached to the movie, and now she would have two, like lucky her. It's rare to work with female filmmakers. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years, and I've worked with only one female director on a film, and my show that I was on for 7 years, I think there were only two or three female directors ever. So it's out of like, you know, dozens. So it's incredible to have worked with a female filmmaker who is, you don't define her by like, this is a female filmmaker, this is a male filmmaker, because she is just like, she's a DP, she's the most incredible shooter. Like, I mean, you look at the photos that she takes, you look at the frames that she captures, but she's really like living with you and in the moment. And it was interesting because Sean Bobbitt, who's our director of photography, is iconic, he needs no introduction. But it was neat to see she's a DP before she was a director. So them working together was actually a really beautiful thing as well, because she very much responds to the actors and their performances. So she doesn't just set the shot and then capture the scene, like she's alive in the moment. And Sean is also that way, and they both have their own instincts, yet so their own instincts would take over in a scene, yet they would cross over in other ways as well. And it was really neat to, as an actor, to feel like you were almost in a scene with them, because Reed would operate the camera sometimes as well. So sometimes it would be Sean and sometimes it would be Reed. And normally you're just in the scene with your co-star, but when you have a DP who's so alive and so a part of it and capturing things that are maybe not according to plan, they're capturing things in the moment, you also have them almost as a scene partner, because they're helping to tell the story in other ways, like filming your hands when they're supposed to be filming your face, but if your hands are doing something that's more emotional or telling the story more, that's what they're going to capture. So you feel a lot more alive as an actor when you have a director who's also filming moments and capturing that. And she's just like so cool. I just like want to be her.